Hi, this is Brandon from Talk Tech, back here again with another video. What did you think the first time you had to find something in a Linux system? Well, if you're anything like me, you were lost, intimidated, annoyed, frustrated, and the first thing you did was go over to your buddy www.google.com and type in how to find a file in Linux and then spend, 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes over an hour trying to find a command that tells you how to find a file in on a Linux system. Now, what if I told you there was an easy way to do that? Well, there is. And you can do it with one single command. Today, I'll be going over that command and I'll be showing you an example of this command. So make sure you stay tuned all the way to the end. Now, before I get into this command, I have a favor to ask. If you like this type of video and you want to see more content like this, make sure you are subscribed and hit the bell notification. So the command that I'm referring to is going to be the find command. Now, the find command will search for files in a directory hierarchy. Now, one thing that you always got to remember is that everything in Linux is a file. Just say it with me, kids. Everything in Linux is a file. So with this command, you'll be able to search on the entire system and find any file that you need to. So this could save you a ton of time, you know, just going through each directory manually and things like that. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the options that we're going to put in this command to be able to go ahead and find that file. Because there's tons of different options that you can use with find, but we're not going to be covering all of those options just because it would be another video in itself. So of course you have the find command. Now with the find command, you have to set a location. So in order to be able to search the entire system, you're going to go ahead and just put a slash, right? Just like the root directory. And what this is going to do is it's going to say, yo, find inside the root directory. Now we've got to start being more specific. And what we're going to do is we're going to do attack type. Now this is pretty intuitive, more or less. And type is like, okay, well, what am I looking for? Now what we want to do is look for just a standard type of file. We want to keep it simple. We're not looking for anything special. We're just search for regular files and give me that output. So what we're going to do is we're going to put an F there. Now, you know the name of the file that you want to use, or you may know something close to what the file is, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to put in tac name. This is going to allow us to search by name. Now, you have two ways that you can do the name option. You can type out the exact name, which in my particular case is going to be file.test. Or if you don't maybe necessarily know the entire file name, you could do like a wildcard, like an asterisk, or if you know the name but you don't know the extension, and you could just do like 3 question marks. I'm not going to be going into all the wildcards here. I did do a video like a few years ago covering wildcards, so please visit that video if you have any questions. And if maybe that video doesn't cover everything that you'd like, go ahead and give me a comment down below. Let me know if that's something I can cover in the future in more detail. All right, so in this case though, we're going to be looking for a file called file.test. Now, we want to go ahead and also redirect any errors to dev slash null. Now, this to and this greater than sign, essentially what we're doing is because there's different types of like input when it comes to Linux. There's standard input, standard output, and standard error. So those are represented by 0, 1, and 2. 2 is standard error, and that's anything that has to do with putting an error being put out by the terminal. That's going to be standard error. So basically, what we're doing here is we're saying with the 2 is we're saying, hey 2, and we're using this greater than sign as a redirect, and we're saying, hey, any errors, go to dev null. I don't want to see you. So go into the abyss, the black hole. That's what happens. That's where everything goes to die is in dev null. So this is something you can use in other commands if you just don't want to deal with any errors. So here we go. This is our command in all of its glory. It's find and then / tac type f tac name, and then we got our file.test there, and then the 2 greater than symbol, then dev null. So let's go ahead and execute that command. But before we actually go into executing that command and seeing our output, make sure that you don't forget to give this video a like if you like it. Make sure you give it a dislike if you didn't like it. Lastly, let me know what you liked, didn't like, or have any questions down below in the comments. So let's go ahead and execute this command. And there it went and searched the entire system. Now, let me show you something here. If we take that redirect out of there, look at that. You see all that? See all that output? Now it's letting these things are letting you know that there's files and locations, but you can see all of them are permission denied, permission denied, permission denied, permission denied, permission denied. That's why you wanted it. Now we can see our file right here, but that's why we do the redirect. Now, if you are looking for something that is maybe owned by root or by another user on the system, in those situations, you want to run the command with either sudo or run it as the root user in order to be able to go ahead and find those files. So let's just go back to our original command, and we can see there that our file is in the temp/file.test. That is the file that we're looking for. So congratulations, we have found it. All right, well, thank you. That's all I've got on the subject of this one command to find any file in Linux. So thank you very much for watching my video and have the greatest of days.